Hi everyone, I'm Nancy,
Hello, I am Chris.
and welcome to the video for the activity Music in Duomo.
So today I will be playing the role of the mentor, and Nancy will be playing the role of the student. And essentially, we're gonna kind of like we'll explain like how the activity works, while also kind of showing like how you would typically like perform it as like a student teacher, student mentor um setting. So first off, I am going to share my screen. Let me know if you're able to see my screen.
And I do.
Perfect. Okay. Well, hello, Nancy. Welcome to class. This activity is called Music in Duomo, and essentially, the first thing you see here are a bunch of animals, and we're trying to start a concert here, and we just want to like play our music, and there's this concert hall, and we're trying to like figure out where does everyone sit. So how it works is we're gonna divide the animal up so that you get a certain amount of animal and I get a certain amount of animal, and then break. Typically, if you have more students, you would want to divide them up evenly. So like maybe like each student, if you have like 8 students, maybe each student would get like one animal, and then
Hmm.
uh personally you would message them like just them by themselves, and you would message them the animal along with like the clue. So like let's say like if anteater was like I only want to sit next to beaver, or coyote was like I only want to sit on the top, like you would just message the animal along with a like the clue, so that way the student would know like themselves. And then if there's like not enough students, you can also play with just a mentor, like including the mentor, so everyone can have a chance to play. So
Hmm.
cutting back, Nancy, you will be I will be giving you the first four animals. So you'll take anteater, beaver, coyote, and duck. And then I will take the last four animals: eagle, flamingo, gorilla, and hare.
Okay.
Okay, and then do you have your clue?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let me go ahead and get my clue up as well. And I have my clue right here.
And also with this activity, like just be creative, be fun with it. Like get into some like role playing, like you're assigned an animal or like the students, and it's gonna be fun to encourage them to like, take on the role of that animal. So
Yes, and I agree with that. And we will be showing you a little display. So moving on, Nancy, this will be, as you can see on the kind of top right side, we have a section where it says left and right. This is essentially the theater, or like the play area, and this is where we're going to be performing our music, and we're going to need to find our seats. So, we're just going to have to like discuss and kind of figure out who wants to sit where. And to start off with, let's ask Mr. Anteater. Hello, Mr. Anteater. Do you have any preference of where you want to sit?
hello, don't call me Mr. Anteater, call me Anthony. I am Anthony the
My
Anteater.
apologies.
And for me, I want to be as far away as possible from that hair. My piano sounds way better as far away as from his guitar.
Okay. And then on a side note, another tidbit or a little tip you can do is, as students are sharing their little hints, you can also annotate on here on the little speech wall, so that way everyone can kind of see, okay, they know that Mr. Anthony here is scared and would prefer to be far away from the hair as possible. Now, okay, so let's go ahead and I
I've
guess
just
since
moved him. I've just moved Anthony to one side, hoping that Mr. Hare will be placed on the opposite side or as far away as possible from Anthony. So, but then again, we can always move around the animals, so this isn't set in stone.
okay, and then I will put Mr. Oh, Christmas. It's so hard to grab these because it's so small. All right, and I shall move the hair over here so that way they are far away from each other.
Yes. Okay, so next, Mr. Eagle, I shall start with you. What are your preferable spots in this theater?
Well, as the eagle, I would like to be on the same level as the beaver. You see, my beaver, the beaver is my bestest of friend, and I prefer to be in the same level as him, just so that I can play my music along with him, and we can go off of each other.
Okay, Mr. Eagle, would you kindly move yourself to your respective spot?
Of course. As I do not see where the beaver is, I don't know where he wants to sit. So, um, actually, if I may, Mr. Beaver, where would you like to sit?
Oh, I would like to actually be on the top level. Also, I would like to be on the top left side. And do call me Justin. My name is Justin.
Yes, of course, Justin. I was just being formal with myself.
Okay, so I have placed myself on my respective spots on the top left platform.
Okay. And then I am going to place myself in the same level. So I can be, oh, I'm shrink myself. I can be over here. Copy paste. Can I not copy these or? Okay. So we'll do it this way then. I'll put myself in the middle. There, so I can be either or. As long as I'm in the same level as the beaver, that is fine. I should put myself right here.
Here we
Oh,
go.
thank you.
Yes, of course. Okay, then now that we have placed the spots for what we assume for anteater, beaver, and eagle, also hare, how about flamingo? Where would you like to go?
Yes. I would say that I prefer to be directly above H or E. So as long as I'm above the hare or the eagle, that is fine. As a very tall bird myself, I want to be high above and just up there.
I see you want to be on top of the hare.
Or the eagle.
Just or the eagle, but it seems like you cannot be above the eagle as he would like to be on the same level as beaver. And beaver, as of right now, is on the top left. So we're gonna have to maybe we will actually have to get rid of this eagle position, the one where it's a possibility. And now we only have hare on top and hare on bottom. And it is, and you said you would like to be on top of hare, you said flamingo?
Yes, yes, as long as I am above them, that is all matters.
Okay, I will place you on this top position just because we are still unsure of where hare goes. Is that all right with you, Mr. Flamingo?
Yes, yes, that is fine, I guess. As long as I'm above the hair, that is fine. Ego, as a fellow bird, you can stay next to me. Yep, as long as I'm next to the beaver, that's all that matters.
That's good to hear.
Now, Mr. Coyote, do you have a preference of where you would like to be?
As I am Coyote, I want to be on the same height as Hare so that I can see him during the show. Because as you know, I am very great friends with Mr. Hare.
Okay, so you want to be in the same level as the hare?
Yes, so I can see him. And since Hare is on one or two of the platform, I will very much place myself in the same region. I will place myself on both the bottom and the top as for now.
Okay. Do you have a preference of which side you want to be, or is it just
Nope.
as long as you're on?
As long as I am on the same height as Mr. Hare.
Wait a minute. As the flamingo, I want to be above the hare. Why is the hare on the same level as me? I don't appreciate this.
Then shall we ask Mr. Hare what he would like to do? Mr. Hare, where would you like to be seated?
Oh yeah. I think as long as I'm on the opposite side of this coyote, I'm fine. I don't, if he's on the left side, I'd rather be on the right side. Or if he's on the right side, I'd rather be on the left side. I just, as long as I'm far away from him, I just don't want to, he might, eat me during this concert. So I just want to play my music and be safe.
You don't have a preference for top or bottom?
No preference. Just as long as I'm far away from the coyote, as I'm on the opposite level, I'm okay.
I see. Okay then. Well, I guess you're gonna get kicked off from the top right then, as Flamingo wanted that spot. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. If the coyote's not there, if the coyote's not down there, I can stay down there. Yes, I would prefer to be on top. That would be better for me.
Okay. Then that means that I can get rid of this coyote position because Mr. Hare, is on the bottom right, and coyote will be on the bottom left.
Okay, and now we have Mr. Duck. Do you have a preference of where you want to sit here?
Quack. Um, as I am Mr. Duck, I want to be directly below Anthony the Anteater or Flamingo, whichever one, because this helps me play my music so much better. I can follow along with the melody so much more. So I want to be either below Mr. Anteater or Mr. Flamingo.
Okay.
But it seems like Mr. Flamingo prefers Mr. Hare to be on the bottom of him. So as Mr. Duck Quack, I will settle for Anteater.
All right then. So since you want to be below the anteater, Anthony, would you be okay with playing above?
Of course, as long as I'm far away as Hare as possible.
All right then. So that way we can get rid of that marker. Can you be so kind as to remove your marker, Anthony?
Oh, of course, of course. There we go.
Thank you. All right, everything is looking pretty good so far. Let me see. Mr. Beaver, you said top left.
I think all that's left as of right now is Mr. Gorilla. He doesn't have a spot in our concert hall yet.
That too. Uh, as Gorilla, I play very strong. So Gorilla sit anywhere. Gorilla fine. Gorilla keep tempo good.
Are you sure? Anywhere is fine?
Oh yeah, Gorilla sit anywhere fine. Anywhere fine. Gorilla good.
Okay, then I guess I'll just place you in this empty spot next to Hare and Coyote then. Since Mr. Hare seems afraid of Mr. Coyote, would you be so kind as a gentleman to stay in the middle of them?
Oh yeah, Gorilla fine with that.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Gorilla. So now all that's left in the concert hall, it seems like, is Mr. Eagle and Justin the Beaver. They
Yeah.
both don't have an actual, like, they don't have a, what is it called? Their respective positions in the concert hall yet. So, Mr. Eagle, do you still have a specific spot in mind?
Not as I don't know my character. No, not a specific spot, but as long as I'm anywhere near the beaver, as long as I'm on the same level, that's fine. If he's on top, I'll stay on top with him.
Well, is it okay if I remove you from the top left side? Because it seems like Mr. Anteater is already settled in into his spot.
Why, yes, that's fine. Pretty much found a spot in the rat side here. There's an empty spot here, no one's sitting here, and it's directly next to the beaver. I think that's perfect for me.
Okay, then here goes. You have locked in. Okay, now one animal's
Hmm.
left.
Let me see. So, as the As with the duck, you said that you wanted to be below the anteater, correct?
Yes, I did. Quack.
Perfect. So in that case, Justin, would it be okay if, since you are in two spots and Mr. Anthony has to be directly above the duck for this to work, the only empty spot left would be right next to you, right next to Anthony. Would you be fine to sit in it right there?
That works. I just want to be on the top left side, so anything works with me.
Perfect. And I will get rid of that. And it seems like everyone is seated. Let me just go ahead and check in with everyone to make sure. Mr. Anthony, are you pretty settled with your seat?
Yes, I am as far away as possible from Mr. Hare and his guitar.
Perfect. Now, Justin, are you okay with where you are?
Yes, of course, I love my spot. Oh my gosh, top left side. Ah, amazing.
Perfect, perfect. Mr. Coyote, how are you feeling over there?
I am on the same level as Mr. Hare, and he is looking fine and juicy.
All right, that's good. That's good. You're liking your seat. And Mr. Duck, how are you feeling?
As I am below Mr. Anteater, I can follow along with the music so well, Quack. I am so happy with my spot.
Perfect.
And how about you, Mr. Eagle? How do you like your spot in the concert hall?
Well, since I'm on the same level as the Beaver, that's all perfect with me. I'm fine playing with my bongos up here.
Okay, that sounds good. How about you, Mr. Flamingo?
Well, I would prefer to be above the eagle as much as I can, but I can settle being above the hair at least, as long as I'm up above them.
Okay, that sounds great. How about you, Mr. Gorilla? Do you like your spot?
Yeah, gorilla sit anywhere, so gorilla fine. Gorilla like where I sit.
Okay, well, thank you for protecting Mr. Hare. How about you, Mr. Hare?
Um, yeah, I think since gorilla's sitting between us, that's pretty good. I mean the coyote's on the left side and I'm on the right side, so I'm pretty fine here. As long as we keep that little little spot, little boundary, I'm fine with that.
Okay, that sounds great. It seems like all of our animals are content with their spots, their respective spots in the concert hall. So, shall we go check the answers, Chris?
Yes, I will go ahead and check. So we have going from top to bottom, left to right, A, B, E, F, D, C, G, H. And then checking the answer sheet. A, B, E, F, D, C, G, H.
Nice.
Perfect. That is a perfect. We did it. Well, and that is the activity. So again, just as a reminder, you want to just have fun with your students. If you want, maybe if you are playing as the mentor and you're playing along too, maybe start off by being a character. So that way it kind of makes the students like, oh, he's playing a character. Maybe I want to play a character too. So just kind of have fun. If you start having fun, maybe it will kind of like make them feel like, oh, yeah, it's fine. I can have fun too, and then they'll try to like want to be in character along too.
It creates like a comfort zone for the students. So,
Yes, and that is the activity of music in the Duomo. Thank you so much for watching. Have a
have
good
a good
day.
day.
Bye.